podcast. It's John, aka Dojo.
And it's your boy Ray B.
And we got my boy Mills in the building. The man behind Hype614. So first of all, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it
for sure. So we got a few things we're gonna talk about today. Ray, you wanna like start it off?
For sure, man. Yeah, for sure. I got you. Yeah. Once again, Mills, thank you for letting us be here and chop it up with you about what you got going on.
Sure.
So we'll just get straight into it. Who is Evan Mills? What does Evan Mills do? Where you grew up. Let us know a little bit about you first.
Starting off to get into me, I'm from Pickerington. I know a lot of people know me from there, from hooping and things like that. Graduated from Pitt North. Went and hooped with my guy at OCU.
Shout out to OCU, man.
Won a couple national championships there.
211, baby. 211 boys.
For sure. Definitely roommates in college and all that. So that's where I started. Start playing basketball there and kind of start really meeting people, getting into shoes just like everybody else as we got older. Start having a little bit of money to be able to get them shoes. We would see it in magazines, StockX that we couldn't get. So grew up doing that and then start getting into shoes. And it became something that became really popular around the country. And I was right then and there. I was that kid putting shoes up on my dresser, looking at them back in high school, just crazy. Because my parents wasn't buying them for me, bro. My parents, they could have bought them for me, but that just wasn't what their priority was. So I wasn't getting them like that. So I always saved up my money to be able to get them, and then that's what inspired me to kind of jump into this. And then the team around me, I got a lot of people are into shoes, friends and things like that. And they also helped me kind of get into this and start building hype.
That's what's up, sure. That's what's up.
So, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the having a team, that is like a common theme in every single episode. Bro. So just letting y'all know, y'all gotta have a team, man, for sure.
Like you keep hearing this. Even we just start building our own little team and just getting stuff going. And 100%. Everything we do now, we always got somebody here. You can't really see him, but shout out to our boy C Naz. Everything we do, he always with us, man. So that's how you gotta get it. You gotta start building that team. So yeah, let's get into a little bit of like shoes. Like what was your first shoe you would say?
Because first of all, we got some heat right here.
By the way.
Obviously y'all see that shit.
Like, come on, like, bro. Look at this shit, bro. look at this shit, bro. What's going on here, bro? This is a lot of money.
So we definitely gonna talk shoes. So.
Yeah. So speaking of bringing up shoes, before we get into like how hype became a thing, what was that shoe that made you want to buy more? If you could you remember? Was that first one in high school?
The first one was probably 8th grade. As I said, my parents weren't buying me like the crazy expensive Jordans because, to be honest with you, it didn't make sense. You got other things going on, but I still wanted them. That didn't stop me from wanting them. So saved up a little bit of extra money. Parents went half on me on a pair of shoes. And mine were the Jordan 10s. They got all the championships on the box.
I remember that conversation. Yep, I remember
that. And that shoe stuck with me. And then I got on eBay just looking, because you could get them a little bit cheaper back then on eBay. Who knows if they was real or not? But they was real to me. They was on my feet. It was a real shoe. So I was geeked. I put it on my dresser and was just staring at that mug for a while, and I was just like, man, this feels good. So
you remember the first fit?
Nah, see, I wasn't into the fashion as much. I was just happy I get the shoe. The shoe.
You said the jeans was buff.
Yeah,
and the shirt was buff.
If I had the shoes right, the fit was right too.
Hell yeah.
Good tan cargos with the black Jordan.
I was gonna say, I remember that shit. Like me being younger, I'm like, I did not give a fuck about the outfit, but
this all that mattered.
This all that mattered,
bro.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, man, that's what's up, man. So you said the Jordan 10. Yeah, so let's go into hype, bro. Like, let's talk a little bit about hype. Where did the name come from? How'd you start being able to get into this and getting so many shoes for somebody out there that might want to do something like this? How did hype start?
Hype started really, the name of it and the idea of this actually didn't, a couple months ago, to be honest with you, but I've been selling shoes for a long time.
Since my junior year. No, was it your junior year or my junior year?
Probably my junior year.
Yeah, I think it was your junior year of college, bro. You start selling shoes.
Met a plug on it. What I said earlier, having a solid team. My boy put me onto it, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. It's a lot of money and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I want to do it, bro. I trusted in him, listened to him, and I started getting them. I said, I got my first 30 pack of Yeezys. That's back when I was running bots. People think that bot stuff was cool back in the day when you used to be able to get one for
now 150, 200.
I got one for 200, hit a 30 piece of Yeezys. I was charged at the crib. I'm like, oh, this stuff is nice.
Oh my God.
But you know what I went and did? Messed it all up. Was getting money, shoes coming in, messed it all up, bro. spend it all buying bottles, doing dumb stuff, messed the whole money up.
I remember being in the club with him too some of them nights.
Being young, bro, just not knowing how to keep your money right and reinvesting into your business. This is what you're going to do, and that's why I'm going to take it that serious. I got to put that right back into it. Because anytime you start a business, you're going to take an L financially before you get any type of dub. So at that time, I was thinking, like, I didn't have a job. So I was thinking, I need this money to live on. Word. And I was really trying to live, as you guys can tell. I was trying to stand legs, do all of that, and end up messing all my money up with the business.
Damn,
like,
bro.
I was doing right because I had a 9 to 5. At one point, I was doing right there, but like business-wise, I just wasn't handling my business the right way.
Word.
And that's where I really like stepped back. I stopped doing shoes for like 2 years. Stopped doing. I'm like, man, I done messed it up. I ain't doing the right things. People around me like, bro, you should supposed to do it this way. Why are you doing it that way? Da-da-da. You know, wasn't trying to listen to nobody. Definitely wasn't trying to listen to my parents trying to tell me how to start another account. All that kind of stuff. You don't think of that when you're 21, 22, 23. You just thinking about having fun. And it was just like, all right, I got a little bit older, got to a company to where, all right, I started, like the company I'm at now, it started off with 100 people when I started. There's about 1,500 people there now. Shit. So I really watched them grow a real business, and I'm like,
you apply that to yourself.
Oh shoot, I see how they doing it. Like all right, got bet. Now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, yeah. And don't forget YouTube University, boy.
Oh my God,
man,
bro.
That's a don't slip on that.
Oh
YouTube University.
Don't sleep. Don't sleep.
Done taught me 80% of the shit that I know now as an adult.
Bro, that's crazy.
Real shit.
On how to keep your business the right way, how to set everything up, like. I really locked in on YouTube for probably about 2 years.
That's bro.
Locked in, like, bro, that's how you doing it? All right, that's how you doing it. Oh, I can get a car in my business's name. Like, oh, and that'll build my business credit up.
Oh, my
God, bro. So I'm building my business credit up. What can I do with that? All right, I can get more shoes using my business. All right, I could do that, build it up. But, shoot, maybe I might want a store one day.
Yeah.
That's not where I want to go right now. But also, like, maybe I could buy some real estate off this business. If I'm building business credit, when I go to the bank and I got money flowing in, it's like, all right, shoot, they might give me a loan. I got money flowing. They see me making money month over month. Like, the shoe thing is definitely a great thing. That's what I'm really locked in on right now. But just starting a business, you got to start somewhere. And just you got to keep building it up, and you never know where this is going to take you. Do I think I'm going to do $1 million in shoes this year? No. But I think I'm going to keep building myself up to whatever I do want to do. If it's elevating shoes, or if it's, say, I want to do something else. I got a business that I've already started. I'm learning now how to do the money. I'm learning now how to get business credit cards and how to set all that up. And so it's only going to be a learning experience. So forever I want to do next. And also from my friends around me, I got a lot of people around me, bro, that are business.
It always goes back to that, bro.
It's the team, bro. I'm telling you, it's the team, bro.
It's not about what you know, it's about who you know.
Bro, 100%, bro. I got a friend, Mike. Bro, he owns Buckeye Bully Kennels. This dude ain't worked in forever, and I'm just watching this dude. I'm like, he don't really know. I'm peeping everything he do. Like, that's my dog. So I'm like, all right, that's how he doing that. All right.
Now you told me about Mike in college when he was doing Twitter.
Exactly.
Making bread off the Twitter, bro. Banging Twitter, bro. Getting the bread off the niggas.
So I'm peeping all these people around me, how they doing their stuff, and I'm like, and my cousin owns Public Villa.
Okay,
Nelson, bro.
Yeah.
He don't know.
Shout out to Public Villa, by the way.
Yeah, definitely shout out Public Villa. This shit's fire. And just he don't even know, like, he look at me as big cousin. I'm trying to teach game on him. He got his own business thing, and I'm looking at him.
Back like that.
And I'm like, bro, I see how you working. All right, bet. Let me go do my own thing. So, like, people don't even know how much they really motivated me to get my own thing going. So, that's that having that team around you.
Hell yeah, for sure. I got a question just about your, like, you having, not getting a storefront. Because in Columbus now, you see a lot. That is a thing, yeah. So like the resale,
niggas that have a storefront
it's just resale. Exactly, like they have a storefront, and it's just real rampant right now. So what made you just decide to do like online?
Yeah,
for me, online, everybody, you gotta do what works for you. Like there's other places around the city, and that's what works for them.
Yeah.
Some of them are in positions that they can do that. For me, I have a successful career that I'm in right now, so I'm not about to jump out of that to just jump into shoes when I can do both. To be honest with you, if I keep this all online, I can do both, and maybe at some point this blows up to the point I could quit. we'll think about it, but right now, I feel like I can play both. And then on top of it, I don't want to limit myself to just Columbus.
Yeah.
I want to go heads up with a Stadium Goods. That's what I'm trying. My vision is something like that online. Because if you go to Stadium Goods, like, why are people buying from Stadium Goods online and not buying from StockX? Stadium Goods charges more.
I hear you.
They got that brand behind them. Where you buy from Stadium Goods, it's A1. That's what you getting what you.
And then when you're seeing complex shopping and all of that, they're going to Stadium Goods. They're going to Flight Club. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
exactly. Yeah. And then StockX. Some people worried about getting fakes, and people gotten stuff like that from StockX.
That's true.
When you a store and you know what you got is the real deal, you can charge a little bit more. And that's kind of what my goal is at. I want to be something like that, but just an online version. And one day, if online's going and booming the way we want, we might do a store just to have a store presence, but not really too pressed on it. We're gonna do what works for us.
For sure. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah,
man, kicks, bro. So what made you? I just want to talk about kicks real quick, just because we got them in front of us. What's your favorite? Like, what's your favorite just types of kicks? You know what I'm saying?
What's your go-tos?
For me, I'm not really into the hype stuff as much as what people think.
For sure.
A lot of people want to go spend $1,000, $1,500 on some shoes. Like, bro, these right here, these is tough right here. Like, these is tough, but like, at the same time, my financial mind is like, bro, I could spend $5K on these.
That's a down payment on the house right there.
Bro, I wouldn't have been in this.
Real shit.
If I was spending all my money on this, I couldn't have been in this. So that's where I try to be really picky on what I get. So for me on this table, what I would actually wear is right here. This is me. Keep it simple. I don't gotta be the flashiest in the room. You know what this is when you see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what you got.
Right.
And then I got the green ones on now. So like this is that more subtle is for me. Some people like that, and that's great that they do like that because we got that on Hype614 if that's what you like. But for me, this is more me right here. And I'm not as loud on the colors either.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit more modest in my dress. So I'm not gonna say I got a fit for these. These is tough.
Crazy.
These are super tough.
These are tough, but I would never cop them.
Yeah, exactly. I
wouldn't cop them as much as they were, but I would cop them. But
I don't know. I really actually hate these. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I just can't get. I just can't get into
a lot of people didn't like these though. A lot of people really just thought there was a miss, just because I think what it is, it's a lot going on. Like to fucking go from here to.
The concept is crazy. I love it.
Yeah, the thought of it and the detailing of it is great, but I can see why people would say this was a miss because there's a lot going on, and you can't really just walk out the crib and throw something on with those. Like you really gotta plan it out what you're gonna wear with that. So I will say, since we are speaking on shoes, what's your top 5 shoes all time?
Ooh, that's a. See, I'm not into the hype stuff, so I'm gonna just go with what's me. Like, them Jordan 10s, like. That's just what I'm saying. Memory, bro.
This is your top 5 all
time.
Memory. This ain't for the hype, or this is for you.
After that, it's the Jordan 9s. I played my senior year of high school in the Jordan 9s.
What's up?
The OGs, the white, black, and red ones.
Yeah.
And when I was in high school, our coach wanted us all wearing the exact same shoe.
Okay.
He loosened up a little bit his senior year, let us wear whatever, so I was coming with it.
Right.
So I definitely saved up and got them Jordan 9s. So I'm going to put those 2 in there. And mine's all memories with my shoes, bro, to be honest with you. Now I think about it, Jordan 4s, the fire red ones. I got those in New York back in the day because I was really saving my bread trying to get these shoes because I was acting thirsty when I was one of the thirstiest young dudes ever for shoes. So I was with my mom in New York. And I seen them fire red 4s that had Spike Lee on the back of them, not the ones that recently came out.
I know.
With Spike Lee on them. So I was like, man. So just the feeling, bro.
Spike Lee was like in black and white.
Yeah, he was in black and white. Yep.
It was that feeling when you got them. So I'm gonna have to say the Jordan 4s. So how many I'm at 3. I gotta pick 2 more. I'll go into the hype a little bit. Let's go.
This killing my OCD.
Right.
I'm gonna go. These are tough to me, bro.
I think those are crazy.
Oh yeah, bro.
These are pretty tough.
I like
to me.
the gray or dark black version.
I like that one better than the black myself.
I should have got a pair for myself as soon as they came out because like when you hold something like this and that price go up, you like, Oh, I ain't trying to wear it now. I gotta get that brand for it. I ain't trying to do it. So
you see it and see how crispy it is. It's just like, damn, you would love to put your foot in it.
Yeah, exactly.
You would love to put your foot in
but
it.
my financial mind is like, I don't know the shoe, bro. Am I really flexing that hard on them right now?
Crazy. That's crazy. It's really two different minds, you know, when you're going into it. There's the mind of, damn, I can flip these, and then there's the, damn, I'm trying to stunt in these. I'm trying to look crazy in these.
Literally, bro.
But they both got that same drive to get the fucking shoe.
Exactly.
I think that shit is crazy.
And then the networking around shoes. I'm not a person that gets a bunch of shoes off of bots. There's a lot of people that use bots and things like that, but I'm not a person that does that. So mine's all relationships is on how I get most of my stuff.
Damn.
Oh, you got them? All right, bro, let me get them for this price. Let me get them for that price. So that's my biggest thing on shoes is it's tough to get these mugs. I'll tell you what, bro. People be going crazy trying to get them, but the bot world done took over for real.
Man, for real, bro. Everybody losing. Everybody taking L's.
Yeah.
And then that scandal, you know.
I'm about to say, right, since we speaking on it, that scandal with the lady that worked at Nike.
Crazy.
There's a million people like that, bro.
Bro, yeah, that's not she's not the only one, bro. She's the only one that got caught.
Exactly. There's so many people plugged in the shoe world, and you looking at stuff, you see them post on these shoes, you be like, how the hell they get that? Like, bro, it's all a plug on who you know. And be honest with you, bro, for me doing the shoe stuff, like I love shoes, so it just so happened to be something I love, but bro, this could have been anything, any business I started. I could be selling anything. Yeah. And the business is what I love. So when you fall in love with just the business and running it, that's the part that I really love about it. That's what really gets me going. It's cool that it's
you can tell you real,
yeah,
like
bro,
you
real
talk about
it,
you real energetic
side,
about
like,
it. That's
really
real.
Like talked on nothing to where it was like, bro, I remember when I got these, man, these was crazy. Everything we asked you about, you talked about, it's all been about the business behind these motherfuckers. It has not been about none of these for real. And how cool they is. It's all about making the bread and, you know, going to that next step. You don't hear that a lot, bro. That's dope. You don't hear that a lot.
Exactly, because when your business is right, everything else is gonna work out for you. As long as you set your business up the correct way, the way you're supposed to, don't even worry about it, bro. It's gonna come, and that consistency. Like this is something I love, so it makes it a lot easier being shoes. But it's being consistent. I just started Hype probably within the last 3-4 months is when this idea really came together, and it's just like it's not where I want it to be right now, but it's that consistency. Anybody who starts a business, bro, it's not an instant thing. You're not instantly gonna come up with crazy money. You're not instantly gonna start with this type of product on your site or doing whatever you're doing. You gotta start off small and build up. As I talked about before, only reason this is about to go well is because I messed it up before already. Yeah. I done did it wrong before. That's how I know how to do it right. So my biggest thing to anybody wanting to start a business is go ahead and do it, bro. You might be nervous, you might be scared to put yourself out there, but you gotta just do it. And that trial and error, you're gonna learn. And me messing it up, that's why I'm gonna do it right this time. Okay. So that's the biggest thing for me is don't be scared to go ahead and do it. People gonna talk about you and all that kind of stuff. People gonna have something to say. That's how you know you're doing something right. When they got something to say, you be, hey, I got something.
I do have a question for that. So I know you say you can sell anything. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be shoes. So with this being shoes is a very that's a very talked about thing, you know. So for the people who are like, man, this is messing up the culture with like hype beasts and all that, resellers and all of that, how do you rebuttal that? You know what I'm saying? Like with the motherfuckers like, damn, they taking the shoes away from the people who really care about the shoes.
Line, right? And like that's a great question because as you were speaking to us before we even got to that, it was like you were just talking about how you fell in love with shoes. And a lot of cats didn't fall in love with shoes. They still aren't in love with shoes.
Just looking for
they just see how much that this shoe costs now on StockX. And it's like, oh, so if I go do the same thing, I can get it for this price. So I love that question, bro, because how do you separate yourself? Because when somebody see this whole table, they're like, oh, this thing just hype beast.
Oh, well, I mean,
but a lot of people, I mean, even me, like, I like a lot of these shoes, but when you look at it, I'm not even looking at it as a shoe standpoint at this point. I'm like, damn, this is a lot of money. You know what I mean?
That's how I look at it.
You know what I'm saying? So, which one? I could probably get them off.
It's gonna be people that look at it like, damn, these shits is hard. Like, I'll really get a fit off, and then this motherfucker's like, damn, that has a lot of cash. Like, I would flip all of these. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
It's just different on how you look at it. For me, I love them, bro. Because growing up, I think, especially in black culture, you know, a lot of black kids, we couldn't get them when we was younger. We wasn't getting them. So as we get older, we want to do it. And for me, with the resale culture, that's the world, bro. Yeah. When you look at anything, it's like that. Like there's shoes reselling. There's people selling Xboxes, people selling PlayStations. people gotta live. We in tough times right now. Everybody gotta live, and I'm not a person who's ever gonna knock anybody's hustle. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, as long as you ain't killing nobody, as long as you spreading love, being positive, I don't really care what you do, bro. And if you living off of it and that's your hustle, I'm not one to hate on anybody's. I'm about promoting it. That's your hustle. All right, bet. I want to bring you on. Let's do something together. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. And for me, Hype's not just a shoe store. We got clothing on there, and I'm really looking to bring local brands onto it. Word. So I'm not trying to. It's not just going to be a shoe store. It's not just going to be your StockX, your local StockX, or your local Stadium Goods. I'm trying to bring on local people that are really doing their thing in clothing. Because I want a one-stop shop. Like I want to go one stop. You get on Hype614. All right, bet I want these shoes. All right, bet let me shop local and get someone local from Columbus's clothing brand. I might not have seen it. I might not have followed their Instagram. I might not have been on their website. But shoot, I'm on here attracting all these shoes. All right, look, when I go over here to look for a shirt, jeans, or something to match, you might find something you might not even know is local.
Damn, that's good. So y'all hear that, local brands, man. Whoever's watching this,
tap in. Make sure you listen and make sure you tap
in.
Is there anything you hate with what you see within the shoes? Like, is there anything about it that you don't like, or do you think people sometimes do too much when they get this shit? Like, is there anything you do not like about it? Because you told us everything you love about it and what it does for you. Now, is there anything you don't like about this shit?
What I don't like about it,
from any standpoint. Like, it don't gotta be about the business, whatever.
No, I like it all, bro. I like that it's a business now that young people can get into. For sure. Think about all these kids in high school, 15, 16 years old that are buying shoes and reselling them. That's what I want to see, bro. Like, if that's creating a resale business for them people to get their business mind off, like as I did before, I messed it up. Maybe they might start it right and give them an idea to start a business on doing something else, and they know how to structure their business now off of reselling shoes. Like, for me, I don't really see the negatives in it. Yeah, some shoe prices might be a little bit higher, but that's like anything that's wanted. The price is gonna be a little bit higher. You can pick anything you want, bro. That hoodie you got on. Yeah. If everybody wanted it, I bet you that hoodie gonna cost a little bit more, ain't it?
You're right.
It's with anything.
That's a good way to look at it, for sure.
It is. To stay positive and definitely. You're right about that, bro.
Yeah, you got any other
yeah, I was just gonna say, just speaking on that, it's good to hear that, because a lot of people will fall in love with this shit or will start to hate it because you feel like it's something everybody doing. So that's why I asked the question, because a lot of the stuff you see and you hear now on the negative side is everybody do this shit, man. Everybody doing this shit. Everybody, like, it ain't nothing different. Everybody starting up this, everybody starting up that.
Like the oversaturated.
Yeah, the oversaturated. It's oversaturated, like, every day. Like I said, literally when we first started, the first thing we said was like, bro, everybody does this shit. Like, we can drive in Columbus now, and I promise you we can find 10 either almost 5 stores, fronts, and about 20 people that do it. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's good to hear all the positivity you have within it, because I feel like something like this, like you said, it's not the fact that you're doing bad or you're not doing good. It's going steady and you're trying to find your lane. A lot of people see this shit as a get rich quick scheme. And it's like, you can't fall into that trap, because all this shit could sit right here for the next 5 months. And it's like, for the people that's listening and the people that want to do shit like this, like, are you ready to put that work in for this shit? Because it's like, you spent all this money. And if all these shoes are sitting right here, so these aren't the ones you sold, so that money hasn't been made yet. So
I've been selling shoes a long time. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this probably have bought something from me before. So it's been building up to it to put it all into it to be able to have this amount. And then also, as we go back to having a team, I couldn't do all this without my team. I got a social media marketer, my homie J. Call out in Cali, does social media marketing. He's helping me with all that. I told you, my boy who helped put me onto this, he's helping me out with getting products and all that on top of my own product. So we really built to really be able to scale this. And when we talk about the negatives, bro, like you said, there's a lot of stores. There's a lot of stores because people getting a lot of money, bro. They ain't open up stores if they weren't gonna get no money, bro. I'm just saying. And then for people that got the negative things to say about it, don't hate on it. You're not in the game. You gotta get in the game to hate on me, for real. That's how I feel. If you hating on me, and you in the game and you doing your stuff different, you can hate on me. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, right.
That's how I feel about it.
I like that, man.
So I'm not really even too concerned about what people say or how they feel about it. And then also, we're gonna give back too. Right now, obviously, I can't give you but so much of a deal on some of this stuff because this is high dollar stuff. But we got some stuff coming for y'all. I got some crazy deals coming. I just been waiting for stimulus time to hit.
Yeah.
It sounds like stimulus time is calling, bro.
I keep seeing the Gotham meme with the stimmy at the bottom.
I keep seeing that. So we're gonna definitely have some deals around that time to make sure people can take advantage of that. And then also I do some buy and some. I buy some shoes from some people and let them trade them in, get you a little bit less on something like this. Is this what you really want? I work out some deals like that with some people. So I'm also open to that. But to me, the negative, you just got to tune that up. That's how you know you're doing something right. We got something. You ain't got something, because I'm telling you, if you start a business, it's coming. The hate's coming. You just got to, when is it coming? And when you know it's coming, it's like, all right, I'm doing something right. Let me keep doing that.
Keep going.
Exactly. It's time to turn up. And then one other thing I wanted to kind of get into is just from me and you.
I want to say real quick before we go over to that. This is just a random question that popped up in my head. Before we go over to what we were talking about, what was that one shoe when you bought it or you won it, you lost your mind about? I want to ask that. Like when you know you hit for, oh shit! Like I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my God.
Like when it's on like you know how motherfuckers be on the sneaker app nowadays. Like, oh shit, I won.
Bro, I'm hot on the sneaker app. I used to be high. I used to be hitting on that mug. I hit the white and blue ones. The white and baby blue ones and these.
What?
I hit these on the sneaker app, bro. And I got them. I looked at them. I'm like, and this is when I wasn't working like that. I think I might have just got out of college. My size too, 13. And I'm looking at it. I'm talking to my cousin Chad. My cousin Chad, like, bro, you not selling them, bro. You keeping them. You keeping them. I'm looking at them. I'm like, it was going for about 900 at that time. I'm looking at them. I'm like, bro, you know you love shoes. You gonna keep them. You gonna sell them.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot. I finally started. I messed up the money before, and I'm like, I gotta start reinvesting in my business. Let me let these mugs go. Let me get some more in, and let me keep this thing going. So.
Yeah, back into it. Me and Mills, I was actually talking to him earlier in the week when I came over here. He wanted to talk about financial literacy within Black communities.
Yes, sir.
Let's touch a little bit on that, man, and just, see.
A lot of bit on that.
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, that's honestly what matters. All this shit is cool.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, none of this shit works for you if you don't know how to keep your finances right. I understand that. So, we'll let you go ahead. Where did you want to start with getting people to understand how important that is within our community?
I really want to start with college, bro. I think me and you both people that know me, I had a different mindset going through college basketball, especially my junior, senior year of college. Like, we won 2 national championships. Things were going good. Everybody's thinking overseas. Overseas is great.
He was kicking ass, bro.
Yeah, we was doing well, bro. We was going crazy out there at OCU. And we had West going stupid.
Yeah.
West, shout out West.
Shout out to West.
OCU was buzzing in Columbus for sure when we did that, bro. A lot of motherfuckers that didn't know about the school was like, well, I can at least go down there and see who down here. You know what I'm saying? So.
Exactly. And that was one thing, like, everybody wants to go overseas that play basketball. And, like, I think that's great. That's definitely a great option to be able to go down if you're afforded that opportunity. But I think that there's other options, bro. You got other options. That's definitely a great option to pursue. Do it for 2 years, 3 years, go overseas. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. But I think some people get stuck into thinking that's the only option. Like for me, my senior year graduating college, I did an internship at an insurance company.
Okay.
Nobody went to this job fair. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get to the bag. Like, that's my main thing. I'm trying to get to the bread. Like, whatever's going to put me living the best lifestyle that I want to live, that's what I'm trying to do. And he know how my mindset works. Like, I'm trying to get to it. So I'm like,
get me to go to that job fair. I said, nah, I'm not going to sit this one out.
Slut. So I go in this job fair. I get this internship at an insurance company. I'm like, all right, I do this over the summer. It's my summer job. I make decent money doing it. But I'm like, what can I, like, do I really want to go overseas? Do I really want to do this? That's a lot, bro. I don't think people really, I think people underestimate the work that people do.
We had a conversation about
that are successful that play basketball overseas. That ain't just a whim type of thing. Like, I want to go overseas. Like, I'm really close with Jamel Morris, who plays overseas.
Okay.
Bro, that dude works so hard, bro. Like, I'm looking at that dude working. I'm like, oh, if that's what you got to do to play overseas, like,
damn.
There's not a lot of people who gonna work as hard as that man. Like, you ain't gonna outwork him.
It's a lot of errors you're gonna go through, a lot of trials you're gonna go through.
Exactly, being overseas by yourself and all that kind of stuff. Like, you gotta be built for that to go through that. Right. And so I'm looking at that, I'm hearing it, I'm like, man, I don't know if that's the best route for me personally.
Word.
Like, if I had a different mindset, maybe I could have made that work, but that wasn't my mindset.
Shit, I never forget about Stockman telling us when he was hooping, bro. Some overseas teams still owe him like 20, 30 racks, bro. Look, money left over that he will never get. Never touch that money, bro.
Mm-hmm. So for me, I just wanted something I could build on. Let me get into this work first and let me see how this works out.
Yeah.
So I got into that, and it's like, all right, this worked out. This was cool. All right. Hey, there aren't very many black people in corporate America. I don't know if you guys ever worked in corporate America, but there's not too many people that look like you. And so I'm going in there. I'm like, man, I don't know if this is going to be able to work out. And I'm just playing a lot of stuff in my mind. I'm like, man, let me put that same effort I put into basketball, and it's gonna work out. I'm gonna work too hard for it not to work out.
Yeah.
That's why they hire. That's why a lot of corporate America people hire athletes, and that's why, you know, not saying that anybody gotta be an athlete to go ahead and get into corporate America. Mm-hmm. No, but they're quicker to look at you because you have that work ethic. They know you work for something, and if it has everything you have to offer and you want it that bad, you're gonna work for it. So if they tell me, hey, I'll give you 50, 60K, and you ain't never seen 60K, but you remember getting up jump shots at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, you like, shit, I ain't never made this type of money, so my work ethic is gonna follow right over to that 50, 60K.
So that discipline that you have from playing sports, from doing all that, you can take that into other areas than just sports.
My first job.
Exactly. So, and take that same determination and you can grow from there. Yeah. And so that's basically what happened with me, and got into an opportunity in a situation where I just kept working. Wasn't worried about the reward. Same thing I'm doing with Hype. I'm not worried about the reward. The work gonna pay off. Yeah. I can't think you chase that instant gratification. My first job, I ain't gonna get it. My first job ain't gonna be making no 100K. My first job ain't gonna be making 200K. I ain't gonna be able to afford these off my first job outside of college. It's the progression. You can't want it quick. Everything's not gonna come quick. So for me, taking that time and grinding has worked out. Okay, I'm here. All right, let's do another year of this. Yeah. And start bouncing around and really networking. Think about how many people you met off of basketball, bro.
Oh my God, bro. And that's why I get bro, come on, bro, why you know so many people, bro? Everywhere we go, I literally just love hoop, and a lot of people that I know or was into it, even if that person didn't hoop, I got to meet them through somebody I knew through basketball. So that's how you just, you know.
And a big part of it is also making sure your money's right while you're doing it.
Making sure your money's right.
I think one thing that a lot of people get caught up in is you can get caught up in this, bro. This can take your mind, bro. And thinking you got to keep up with other people, bro.
Keeping up with the Joneses, like, nah, bro.
Bro, every shoe you can think of, I probably had it. And
that's
so,
I got love hate for this.
And it's like, bro, you got to make sure your money's right. You can't go spend $2,000, $3,000 on a pair of shoes, because I've seen it. And I've seen $800 on a pair of shoes, and your money's not flowing in. You're not an $800, bro. That's a pro athlete spending thousands of dollars on shoes, and it's like, you can't go spend your money on that and expect for you to be able to get the value out of other things. So you got to be really smart with your money, especially if you're someone who want to start a business. Bro, don't go buy that $1,000 shoe. Don't go buy that $500 shoe. Put that money into an account, get into stocks, get into my thing I'm going to push you with is getting your own business. Get your own thing. Put some money aside. You might not have that idea right now or what you want to do. But when you do have that idea, you got your money ready to put that money into it. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my big things of when you graduate school is look at all the options on the table. Figure out which one's best for you. For some people, overseas might be it. But for others, more likely than not, what's the percentage on people that go? I don't know that many. Out of all the people I've met playing basketball, I don't know that many that play overseas.
Bro, it's probably like anywhere from like not to bullshit, like a 1% to maybe 5%, bro. It's just, it doesn't happen for a lot of people, bro. And it's like, you know, it's not even just about going overseas. It's also about getting caught up in the fact. I was just talking to John about this. I'm glad you brought this up. Of using college basketball or whatever sport you play as an asset to being able to go do something else. A lot of guys get caught up in, I want to go to college and sole purposely play, and if I'm not playing, I'm going to keep dropping out or keep trying to go to a different school until I can finish my career. Now, I will say, I had the most rockiest up and down career at OCU. But one thing I will say is I didn't like, as much as I have to pay, I could be paying a lot more if I just went to school. So I use basketball as a resource. Mm-hmm. Like, basketball is my resource to make me understand life. So when I got into all that shit, it made it a lot easier. I'm like, okay, I'm working hard for something every day. I want this. I'm grinding for it every day. And I'm also getting paid in a way to play at this school. I'm getting some type of money, making my expenses a lot cheaper off of playing this sport. A lot of young guys will get caught up in, well, if I ain't going D1, if I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I don't want to go play. But it's or they'll drop out. Like they'll just give it up and just drop out. And it's like, bro, I understand basketball may get tough. I understand whatever sport you play may get tough. You may not be getting that amount of playing time. You may not be doing this and doing that. But look at it. You're going here for free. You're not paying a dime to go here.
I played basketball for a long time. I done made more money off the education that I got from college than I have off of basketball. Damn. And for me, I love the game. I love the game of basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, I didn't have to go overseas or go do anything like that for me to get my love of basketball in.
Mm-hmm.
I played in Columbus Rex, bro. We played against each other a lot of times, bro. I love the game, bro. I just want to play. I don't care who I'm playing against. I can get that same amount of fun doing that. So for me, it wasn't as much of a priority. I just wanted to make sure I'm doing something that's going to have long-term success. And then also at the same time, I don't want to discourage anybody. Sometimes you do take a chance on yourself. If you feel like you got that opportunity, you can make it. I definitely believe in people taking those chances and making things work, but that wasn't my situation. I knew long-term wise, me getting a job was going to have me eating, and that's what's going to have my future family being able to live. So that's what I focused on.
That's a good mindset.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things within that too. Like going back to older podcasts, when we was talking about shout out to General Pro, we always shout them out.
Hey, their stuff is tough.
Yeah.
Their stuff, the Doberman on the back, boy, when I see that, I didn't know who did that. I still don't know him.
He's a different man, it's just tough. He really tapped in. So I remember we was talking about the clothes shit, and he was like, when we talk about clothes, is niggas willing to, do you want to do this for the next 20 years of your life? So it's like when you look at hoop, do you want to play basketball for the next 20 years? Do you want to run this business for the next 20 years? It's all about how you're applying yourself and finding something you literally know for the next, I'm going to say the next 5 to 10 years of my life, I am comfortable and okay with doing this, regardless of how it goes. And a lot of people forget that. It's like they don't want to do that. They don't want to have to go through you go through 4 years of straight shit, and then the 1 year, the last year, your 5th year mark, you explode. That's the grind. That's the hustle. That's the love.
That's what I love.
That's why you know, like I said, when you see people that play sports get certain jobs, or they be like, man, I didn't went to college for this long, put in all this work, and I didn't play a sport, and I got my degree in this, and this motherfucker that never did it hasn't got this job before me because they seen the work ethic. That's how I got my first job ever, like my first big boy job out of college. I was working at LA Fitness. He literally told me, don't know if he was telling the truth or not, but he was like, one of the reasons I hired you so young and trusted you to be able to be a manager this early, because I seen your highlight tape on YouTube. He was like, I did a little bit of extra research. He's like, I went to YouTube. You told me you play basketball. I typed in your name and something popped up. And it was one of my little college things I threw on there. He was like, I can just see how you played and how much grit and just how much you loved the game and how you was playing it. When you would score or when you would do something, how charged up you was. And he was like, that just made me hire you. It's crazy. Crazy.
And loving the grind. That's probably one of my biggest things. I love working hard. I love just doing same thing I got from basketball. Everything I put into it, I was getting out of it. We was winning. Things were going well, and it's like, man, you can apply that to everything in life. If you love the grind and you fall in love with that, you're gonna reap the benefits. Same thing with this. This might not pop off maybe a year from now, 2 years from now, but it's that consistency and it's them little wins. I don't need the big win. It's them little wins add up. I think I seen that on y'all's podcast.
I said that, bro. The small victories, bro.
Them small victories add up, and you just keep building, and that's the biggest thing is building to something and going ahead and start doing it.
Yeah, bro. And staying on this subject with the financial literacy, like, just talk to people on how to, like, you know, kind of just manage your money. And
because we kind of got off track.
Yeah, we kind of got off track a little bit because we went into it, like you said, you want to start off college. So let's kind of get back on track and just talk about to people of, like, how to manage your money, how to not be afraid to venture off in the corporate world and stuff like that. Just let them know what that looks like, because you're a walking billboard for that. You're in corporate America and you're doing good with your finances. So how do you help people how do people like us, we keep that stuff?
I would say for, like, if you have a side business, because this was my side thing for a while, and I kept treating it like a side thing, and I kept getting side money. So one thing was taking it serious. Like, I'm hustling shoes off of Instagram. I'm posting them on Instagram. Like, hold on, let me take this a little bit more serious.
The amount of effort you put into it, though, real shit.
Exactly, and just switching my mindset from that to really taking it serious to going ahead and making an LLC, going ahead and getting my business account. You can go to Chase, get a business account going. Separate your money. Don't mix that money. The biggest thing I would say about mixing that money is, all right, you're gonna start spending your money from your business on your water bill, on your rent. All that money you're making off your business, that needs to be reinvested into it so it can grow. Like, I don't know if people have, like, looked up startup companies, but you go in the hole. you getting investors that are going in the hole with you at first. You going down bread, and it's like, all right, so what profit I am making, why would I go spend that on something else that ain't going to promote the business? So that's the biggest thing that I would say in regards to making sure your money's right. You got to make sure you got it separate. And then also, I know one big thing is people don't want to pay taxes, so they don't want to make it. They don't want to make it an LLC. But if you get a right tax person, you can make it work out for yourself to where it's not going to hit you as bad as what you may think it might hit you. And then just all the benefits of making it a business and building that business credit going to open a lot of doors for you. And then another thing that really helped me along the way is don't be afraid to reach out to somebody and ask. Don't be, bro.
Real, bro.
When I bought my first house, like that was a big thing for me when I bought my first house, and I'm like, man, I can't buy no house. Like that's I was 23, 24 when I bought my first house. I'm like, I can't buy no house. Like, how am I gonna be able to do it? And it's like, all right, I'm gonna set this goal for myself. I want to buy a house. All right, I ain't had the most bread to really think. I didn't think I had enough bread to go buy a house. Yeah. I did the first time home buyers program. I don't think a lot of people know about this, but they pay your down payment and everything.
Damn.
I put nothing down on my first home, bro.
And now it's your first home. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So just making sure where you are putting your money, making it smart, and figuring out what's the best way for you. Because the best way for me ain't gonna be like, say you had hella bread, it might have been smarter for you just to put the 20% down and get and make your payment a little bit cheaper. But for me, that wasn't my financial position. I was surprised they even got in the house. When they paid my down payment, bro, I was like, they gonna give me a grant? What, does that mean I gotta pay it back? I'm wondering all this and that. And they're like, nah, bro, that's you. Like, you don't gotta pay that back. That's how I got my first home, so.
Damn, that's insane, man.
Bro,
that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. That is some shit.
And setting your goals high is another big thing for me. Is like,
yeah, bro.
Because when you think about for yourself, like, bro, buying a house, but that's a big
It is, but that's not, and that's one of my goals I set for myself within the next 2-3 years. I want to be able to purchase a house. So, yeah, bro, you should definitely set your goals higher, set your expectations to where within means, because some people get outside their means too. As good as we talk about shit, some people live outside of their means. They'll set a goal and say, oh, I want to purchase my first house. But instead of going ahead and purchasing a house in the hood, where in 5 years it ain't gonna be the hood, nah, you try to go ahead and hit the people. You try to hit Dublin knowing you ain't supposed to be in Dublin. Nah, take your ass up there on 5th Avenue and buy that house. So when that house do great in the next 5 years, they gentrify that mug and that mug go like this. We out in Dublin with 2 of them things, bro. And that's what a lot of people. That's why we can go back to this.
It ain't just with houses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can go ahead and do this. Niggas is spending their last on the shoes. Niggas is spending their last on the whip. It's just like live within your means, bro, and have a certain standard to what you do. Like always be able to set a standard for yourself, because it's cool to walk around with this. It's cool to walk around with this, and it's cool to be able to have the motherfucking whatever car outside that you go press and get in, but. Can you afford it twice? Can you really live and pay everything you need to do and have all that shit? Be cool and use and let it be an asset instead of a liability.
Exactly.
Is that stuff you have an asset?
Living within your means is big, because I think a lot of people get caught up in this.
You're right,
bro.
This is a take your brain, bro. I'm like some people, and I'm like, bro.
That's why I wear the same pair of shoes every day.
That's my nigga, man. Literally. God, keep them bitches clean. He got about 8 pair of them bitches, but he don't give a
Stan Smith, bro. Literally, I walk around them. I don't need to spend hella bread. You know what I'm saying?
You just gotta have a vision for what you want.
And if you do, because don't make it seem like we hating them. That's cool. That's fine. You can go ahead and spend your bread on kicks and all that shit, but just make sure it makes sense to you, bro. I don't care if you spend your money on whatever you want. Oh shit, I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. You spend your bread how you want, but make sure it just makes sense, because we come from a community where we're taught backwards. To be honest with you, I feel like from a lot of shit I see, we was taught that shit backwards. Oh, you gotta stay fly, you gotta look clean, you gotta be cool, you gotta have the chains. No, it wasn't you could wear the same shoes for 5 weeks, but you got $3,000 in your account that you ain't touched in forever. But I'm wearing the same pair of Stan Smiths every day.
And I was blessed, bro. I can't even lie to you. My parents, bro, they wouldn't let me get this. They wouldn't let me get. I didn't understand it, bro. I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
It was like, you gonna get caught up in this.
Yeah, bro. It ain't gonna make sense to you, because they didn't want you to feel like you had to keep up with an image, bro. And that's what a lot of it is trying to keep up with the Joneses, bro. Always, bro.
And you trying to keep up with somebody, and most of the time, a lot of them people really ain't who you think they are.
I swear to God.
They're not.
They're really not who you think they are.
They already had something they went through to understand understand it already. I remember I was watching on damn TikTok. I just downloaded this fucking app. I was watching the dude that be going up people and asking what they do for a living.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
And he be showing ones where it went a little bit deeper. And the dude had bought him he bought him a new camera. He bought him a Gucci bag and something else to help him grow that part of his business. And within it, he told the dude, he was like, before I was able to do all this for you, and before you came and asked me what car did I have, he was like, bro, 7 years ago my car got repossessed, and that turned him up. Just car getting repossessed, and who knows what else followed with that? Probably bad credit after that, all this shit. And he was like, ever since that, I always had the mindset of that'll never happen to me again. And the years later, he buying a kid, he has no clue who he is, a Gucci bag and a new camera to help him grow his business because his car got repossessed 7 years ago. It's how you look at life, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
I was gonna say just I'm just asking this, like, what steps do you feel like any young entrepreneur would need to go through to at least start on that path to be successful?
For me, the biggest start to it is that reinvesting the money. Yeah. I think that's the biggest key that a lot of people miss. And I think the second key is just taking it serious, giving your all into everything and not wanting that instant gratification. There are brands that it's taking 2, 3 years, 4 years. You seeing them when they really blowing up, but you ain't see 10 years ago when they was chilling and grinding. Like, I know everybody sees the Amazon story where Amazon was started in somebody's garage. I'm pretty sure Google was started in somebody's garage.
Apple garage.
And I bet you somebody was clowning him. I bet you somebody was laughing at him for whatever idea he had. Shit. I'm sure he had some family members like, this dude got these computers and some books in the garage looking goofy.
Making fun of him at the reunion.
Right. Hey, look at this nerd walking up here without, man, you spend all your money on that shit, you ain't about to do nothing with it. 5 years later, hey, can I borrow $1,000 or $2 so I can go ahead and, like, man, get out of here.
And I think it's especially with younger people, because, like, I even feel it with doing all this. Like, you hear somebody say something about what you're doing, it's like, oh, that's a little jab to your heart, because this your baby. You like, to be honest with you, this is something that's like, that's your baby. You hearing somebody say something negative about it, you got to realize what's game and what's somebody just hating. Because a lot of people, you going to take it as somebody hating on you, and they really try and put you on. So you really got to have an open mind and really listen to everyone around you. Goes back to the team. I got a lot of people around me that are going to honestly give me their honest opinion on what exactly how they feel. They don't care how I feel about it. And that's what I need. But at the same time, being able to drown out that hate and be like, all right, I got to keep grinding through this. No, I'm working out my garage right now. But I got my visions further than this. And just because you can't see my vision, doesn't mean my vision ain't gonna plan out. So being able to plan that out, and I would say that's the main keys to really starting a business, bro. And just doing it, bro. You gonna learn. Don't let somebody discourage you from doing. I don't care what your business is. If your thing is making hats, if your thing is putting your own logo on hats, like, you can build that. It's going to take you some time for something like that. You want to build your own clothing brand. It's going to take you some time to do something like that. But just stay consistent. And any YouTube video you go to, that's how I learned a lot of this stuff. It's going to tell you the same thing.
One question I do got for you before we wrap up is, because we didn't really touch on it too much, being black in corporate America, how did you deal with that?
Man, to be honest,
we kind of got away from it, but like we talk about, like, we don't want to go get those jobs. We feel like we can figure something else around that, and it might be something there and it's opportunity. But so for you, as someone that's successful within corporate America, like, how do you speak on that a little bit? How it is to be you within corporate America and still feel like you're on top of the game and you're not getting used, and people are just like you're just not helping this business grow. You feel like you're a part of this business growing. Because that's what you came into. You came into a business that was at the lower level, and you helped them grow. I can say, from what I talked to you about Root, you helped Root grow.
And for me, just helping the business grow, like, you just learn so much from that. And I think I got in a special situation with a place that accepts people like us. They're accepting of everybody. So it's normal there, to be honest with you. I don't really see the struggles that I may have seen at other places. But the corporate world, it's just another challenge that you can overcome. You gonna have your difficulties just like anything else. Say you don't want to work in the corporate world. Say you want to go start your own business. You're gonna have difficulties there. That's life.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to overcome that adversity and figure out what your path is, and always be thinking of advancement. How am I gonna get there? All right, I'm going into a business. I want to get into leadership. All right, bet I'm a regular rep right now. How am I gonna be able to do that? Oh, I need to network. I need to build relationships. How did you get up there?
Yep.
Reach out to another leader. How did you get there? What were the steps? What was the path you took? All I did was soak in game. That's all I do. I'm soaking in everything from everybody. You can learn something from anybody.
It really, I'm telling you, bro.
You gotta stop feeling like you too good, or he ain't my big bro. Like, stop looking at shit like that, bro. You just trying to learn something from the one that already did it.
And humble yourself too, cause like, you know, I'm coming in from being an athlete, like. We was winning. Like,
you could be on the high horse right now, you know what I'm saying? But
you gotta humble yourself and be able to put that work in, and take the grind and really look at other people's paths and like, all right, that's what he did to get there. Okay, all right, let me humble myself. Let me go shadow this job.
Yeah.
I don't even got the job yet. I just want to see what y'all are doing, and I want to try to learn it to where when I go interview for the job, I already know how to do the job. I know exactly how to do it. I've shadowed that job 5-6 times over the past 6 months. Like, because, I mean, when you're at a bigger company, it's hard just to apply for a job and think you're going to get it. You don't have no relationship with those people. You ain't never reached out to them.
Yep.
Step outside your comfort zone. Reach out to them. What are all y'all looking for in this position? Okay, you need this, this, and that. All right, what do you think is the best way to be able to get that? Because I personally, in my situation, I didn't know. That was my first job in corporate America. I didn't know how to do that. So when I took that step to reach out to you, there are going to be other black leaders. And I'm not going to say only black leaders are going to help you out. You could reach out to anybody.
Bro.
Anybody who's willing to invest in themselves, someone's going to be willing to invest in you. Because they see that in your eye. When they see you motivated and things like that, like, oh, we got somebody right here. This is what you need to do. And I'm going to sit back and watch and see if you do it. Are you gonna get discouraged after doing it for a month, 2 months?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, it probably ain't gonna work out for you. If you got the job, it probably won't gonna work out for you if you got discouraged in 2 months. You might have to shadow that area for 6 months to a year, really understand what the job is, and then make that transition over there. When the job applies, you ready.
And I love how you speak on reaching out, because I feel like we get caught up in not wanting to, or feeling like I gotta do this on my own. So when I tell that story, this all came from me. I did this. I put this work in. And I feel like people need to do that more. Work together. Build. You can have your own brand. He can have his own brand. Your brands could damn near look the same, but it's always gonna be something different about you as the person that's running that brand. So why would I be?
That just ties back into being humble.
But like I said, I just kept hearing him speak on it a lot about reaching out, because like I said, being humble is cool and all. Like you can do that. You can literally try to be humble, but it's different ways of being humble. You can sit back and just like you said, learn something from somebody and still not reach out to nobody and not understand why am I not getting a little bit farther than where I need to go. I'm learning. I just sat here listening to John talk to me for 20 minutes. But I will not go reach out. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I brought up that aspect of reaching out, because it's just like I feel like a lot of younger people don't be wanting to because they feel like they can do it themselves. So I just kept, as we were listening to you talk, I just kept hearing, reach out, reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to,
And everybody thinks is that they got to get it out the mud by themselves.
That's why I said. That's why I brought up the aspect of reaching out, because we all feel like that. And it's like it don't have to be like that.
Your route to success ain't gonna be like that. Everybody, if you talk to anybody with any success, they had somebody who blessed them on the way. They met a plug who helped them move up on whatever their business is. They met a manager or a leader that invested in them, that helped them get to where they are. Nobody gets anywhere with success by themselves.
You always gotta get it out the mud.
Somebody invested in you. Somebody did. If you want to give them credit or not. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure most people's parents got a part to do with any success you got. So, so you always got at least 1 to 2 that have invested in you. So. It's never by yourself.
For sure. So is there anything else you got for the people before we wrap it up?
Yeah. What do you think this Hype614 is gonna have as far as impact in the city?
Impact.
I think that's why I'm gonna start asking like when we have guests on, just want that impact.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Because my big thing on impact in the city is bringing them local brands on. That's my biggest thing. I think people get stuck on like, oh, Mills has had shoes for a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's what Mills does. Yeah. But like for me, that local impact is bringing others on. Like it's not. I'm not like I could probably eat off of just me. I could keep it just me and build my brand and things like that. But I really want to have other people be successful.
Yeah.
we can build off of each other's success. Say I bring a brand on that's local. They come to look at the shoes, you building off of that, and you blowing up. So that's my biggest thing, and also just giving back. I'm a person who loves to give back to like kids and things like that. We got some ideas and things like that to put some of these shoes that some kids can't get. Mm-hmm. And this dude don't even know. He's the one who sparked the idea on what he's doing. I'm like, okay, Ray. Shout out to that boy let's really get some stuff like this going, and let's get some of this kind of stuff in some kids' hands that was in our same spots to where
never about us, bro.
It might not have been that their parents couldn't afford it, or maybe their parents couldn't afford it, but we want to put that smile on kids' faces to where, bro, you know, if someone gave me a pair of shoes, bro.
How you, man?
Bro, as a kid, that feeling, that self-esteem that you bring to them, real, like that shoe does, like, we got some ideas and some plans for things like that to where we're going to be giving out some shoes coming up here pretty soon. And we're going to team up with y'all to definitely do that and make sure that happens and gets in the right people's hands. So that's the biggest thing, because once this stuff takes off, my career is going pretty well. I can really invest into the community and give some stuff and give back to them. So that's the main thing I really want. As soon as I get to that point, that's what I really want to do. And we was already talking about a little event or something like that we could build off of. So definitely do that. AAU teams, things like that. I got a lot of different stuff going on in my mind, because I love coaching basketball. So might even do a little AAU team of my own at some point. So got a lot of different ideas going on to help the city out.
That's beautiful, man. Big impact. Raby, you got anything else?
Nah, man. You know, just be you and stay true to you.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. Well, Mills, man, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, for sure, man. And huge shout out to Hype614. We're going to have y'all follow them immediately. And it's been INTHECITY Podcast with John, a.k.a. Dojo.
Your boy, Ray B.
We out of here.